What is up, party people of the internet? Today we are going to be learning how to get Galarian, Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. And you're probably asking, why are we doing these Galarian birds? Well, we're going to be getting these birds in Scarlet and Violet because everybody has been asking me for these, along with a handful of other things, but I promise that we're going to get to those too. So, in this video, again, doing the Galarian birds, we're going to get those puppies, and we're going to have a fantastic time. If you enjoy this video, and you enjoy all the other videos that I've done on the channel, you should go check those out. If you haven't, do consider checking us out over on the Patreon page, and that is patreon.com/Pokemon Collection, or you can become a YouTube member by clicking the little join button below. And if you can't afford to do either of those things to help support us, do consider watching this video all the way to the end and maybe subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get ourselves these Galarian birds. Alright, so over here in the game, one of the first things that we want to do is we want to catch ourselves some fodder. I was gonna say something else, but we're gonna catch fodder first. That's always important. So catch fodder, throw balls, catch fodder. So we're in a different spot this time, and I won't explain why, but we're in a different spot this time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a quick ball as per tradition. Sometimes things don't change. We're gonna get some quick balls, and we're gonna catch 3 random trade fodder. 3 random trade fodder. It doesn't matter what color, what type, what anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you catch, how you catch it, when you catch it, as long as you catch it before you start trading. So in this case, it looks like we're catching a couple of Hoppip, and we might be getting ourselves something else back there. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna be catching something else. I'm not usually over here catching Pokemon. Usually I am over in the beginning area of the game, and that's what I totally recommend. But as long as you can catch the Pokemon that you're going after pretty easily, that's what matters. I think there was a bit of a misconception where people thought that you had to have like the pig whose name I can't think of. You'd have to have a Lechonk, or you'd have to have a Hoppip, or you'd have to have Durandula. You'd have to have one of those. You don't. You don't. You can catch whatever you want. Shoot, you can try to Miraidon if you really wanted. I wouldn't, but you know, it's an option. I mean, you could get one back, but it'd be like level 100, and I'm not sure if, you know, that's what you're going for or not. So once we've caught our trade fodder, what we're going to do is we're going to push the X button. I want you guys to start doing this first, probably. I don't know. It just depends on, you know, how I'm feeling in the video. But you open your menu and push the L button, and that's going to connect you to the online mode, which, yes, that does mean you're going to need Nintendo Switch Online. You can't do this without it. Once you've connected to the internet and you've backed out of this news feed that typically no one cares about, you can go over to your Pokemon that you caught, and you can check their summary, and you can push X to change their nickname. Now, these birds are a little bit different. So let's say we wanted to start with Zapdos. So we're going to name it Zapdos, and then we're going to do -G. No spaces, all together, Zapdos-G. And the trend continues into the next 2. So here we go again. Moltres-G. And then we're going to go down to the last one, and we're going to do articuno-g. Good. Now, you have your 3 trade fodder. You've named your trade fodder. And now since we've already connected to the internet, we're going to open the Poke Portal. We're going to go down to Link Trade, and we're going to choose between one of the 9 codes that are in the description below. Now, these videos have been doing super well, so there's a fair amount of people using these codes, which is fantastic. It's phenomenal. I really appreciate the support. It's great seeing you guys take advantage of these, because when I started this, I didn't know if anyone would, but I'm glad to see that people are enjoying these codes. So you'll see in the description that you have a choice between 1247, 1247, and the list goes all the way to 1247, 1255. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a happy number in the middle, so maybe like 53 or something like that, and we're going to see if we can get connected with the bot. Once you get connected with it, its name will be PKCL, and you'll be able to see it up in the top left hand corner. If you don't find the bot right away, do try it up to 3 times on each code, just in case something is either wrong with the code, someone's using the code, or your timing is off. But in this case, it looks like we found it first try, which you should. There's not that many people using them, so you should definitely be able to find it almost right away. And so right now we're trading our Zapdos-g, and we're going to get ourselves shiny Zapdos-g. What a weird chicken. Let me get a drink of my sparkling water. My Waterloo. What's your favorite sparkling water? Let me know in the comments below if you drink sparkling water. Also, I don't know if you can see it. You can't. There's a ripped apart switch over here. Sorry, I got a little bit of a tear in the back of my neck or whatever. But you're probably like, why? Well, one of these bots, I couldn't jig into the custom firmware. And because I couldn't jig into the custom firmware, I had to swap a rail, because it's the rail that, you know, determines whether or not that's misinformation. And, well, on a V1 switch, if your rail goes out, that means you can't exploit the pins in it for a jig anymore. By the way, go back into that trade and we're just going to do the other two Pokemon. And so what happened is I was trying to change the rail, and instead of things going the way that they should, what happened is one of the rail screws, which very easily stripped, and so I had to break it off, and you'll see if it'll focus on it. Here's that rail, and it's got that screw in it, and on the back it's like, I don't know if it's focusing or not. Let me see. Yeah, it's not gonna focus. That's a screw, and that's the back end of the screw, so the screw's stuck in this rail forever. And so I ordered a new set of rails, so I'm replacing rails on those. But you know, that's just some of the perks of being a Sysbot owner, is replacing parts every now and again whenever things go bad. Thankfully, I've been pretty fortunate. A lot of people's Switches, their batteries will start to swell up, and it's concerning. It really is whenever that happens, because this thing's can blow up. But I mean, I've been running my Switches for not 3 years. I've been running these horses, man. I haven't had to put one down yet. So they're doing really great. I'm grateful again that you all are even here to enjoy them. So thank you. Remember that we do have bots in our Discord server. If you want to go to discord.gg/Pokemon collection, you can join the server over there. Awesome community for the most part, unless there's like some dude in there talking smack, but we usually get rid of them right away anyway. So what you can do is you can join the Discord server, and then you'll verify yourself through like the double counter thing or whatever. But once you verify yourself, you can skip like the whole start here channel, and you can go straight to select a bot, and in there you can select one of the bots that you want to, you know, get Pokemon for. We have Sword Shield, Scarlet Violet, PLA, BDSP, and then for patrons we have a Let's Go bot. And so if you are interested in any of that, you can check it out over at discord.gg/Pokemon collection. And if you're interested in that Let's Go bot, and before you think, wow, this dude's keeping it behind a paywall, he want that money, no, the bot isn't the best bot, I'll put it that way. And so what we're doing is we're kind of waiting on a new release that works a bit more efficiently. It is being worked on, and so we've got it going, and it does work, and trades are really nice, but right now it requires users to leave that trade once they've traded. If you don't leave the trade, the bot breaks. And so I don't want to risk putting this up for free and me having to run up and down my stairs all day long because people keep breaking it. I hope you understand. If not, sorry. Here's your Zapdos, here's your Moltres, here's your Articuno. Let's have a look at them. Alright, so Zapdos, it's a Cherish Ball. It's the event one. Counter, Defect, Close Combat, Reversal. And this one has one ribbon. It's the classic ribbon. Then we can look over at the Moltres. This is Armor, also the event one. Hurricane, Endure, Memento, Sky Attack, and it's Naive. Classic ribbon. This will be a classic ribbon. Yep. Also, the event one, this is Crown, and this is Hurricane, Double Team, Future Sight, Trick Room, and that's it. Enjoy. Yeah, you guys deserve it. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope that the audio, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I hope the audio is kind of fixed in this video. I can't promise much, but something's going on. You know, I switched my audio over to, well, I switched my whole setup over to my Mac because it was just a little bit more efficient than me using my Windows PC and using a separate camera, because that camera was just kind of, you know, it's booty cheeks. But, you know, I switched over and now my audio is kind of echoey. So I apologize if that bothers anybody. I know one of my videos that had that didn't do that bad. So I appreciate you still watching despite the fact that it was, sounds a little bit like I'm in a bucket. But I appreciate that. Listen, you all are fantastic. And I'm excited for the next video. I think you all will like what's going on in the next video. And I'll see you there. Next Friday, 4 o'clock. Love you guys very much. And do me the biggest favor in the world. And stay optimistic.